Hello, students. Welcome back to another class of business studies. I'm Neeta Biju. In our previous class, we studied about the joint Hindu family business, its features, and its merits and demerits. And in today's class, we're going to start with another form of business ownership or organization that is very famous and very popular, that is called as partnership firm. So, what is this partnership? We have a very important and very popular definition. So, the partnership is actually ruled and governed by the Act, that is Indian Partnership Act of 1932. So, this very act, the Indian Partnership Act of 1932, defines partnership as follows: the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of the business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. So, this is a very famous and very popular definition which is given by the Indian Partnership Act of 1932 that rules and governs the partnership firm of India. So, according to this act, partnership is the relation between persons. Yes, they should be in a very good and cordial relationship in good terms, whoever is partner of any firm, who have agreed to share the profits of the business. They enter into an agreement. Partners have to enter into an agreement that they will follow the rules and terms and conditions of partnership, and they will share the profits and losses according to the ratio they enter into an agreement. And this business is carried on by all the partners or any one of them acting for all. One partner will be there in every partnership firm who is an active partner who represents all the other partners, even though all the other partners have equal right and power and authority of decision making and even the right to share the profits. Here we have always one active partner who will be representing all the other partners. So it can be carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. One active partner who is going to represent the whole partner, or all the partners may be very actively participating. So this is a very important definition of partnership according to the Indian Partnership Act of 1932. Very popular definition which you have to memorize. Now we'll study the features of partnership firm one by one. The first one is formation. The second one is liability. The third one is risk bearing. The fourth one is decision making and control. The fifth one is continuity. And the sixth one is number of partners. And the seventh one is mutual agency. So these are the 7 points of features or characteristics or nature what actually is partnership firm all about. These 7 points we'll study one by one. The first one is formation. So we have already studied the definition, the Indian Partnership Act of 1932, which defines partnership, which rules and governs the partnership firm of India. So it is one act, it is one law that governs and manages and controls the whole of partnership firms in India. It is formed by legal agreement between the partners according to the terms and conditions specified in the act. Yes, whatever is listed in the act should be strictly followed. The rules and regulations, the terms and conditions, the agreement, everything should be followed accordingly, which is mentioned in the act, that is the Indian Partnership Act of 1932. So this is formed very strictly according to the guidelines given in Indian Partnership Act of 1932. So it must be a lawful and a profit oriented business. Yes, it should be profit oriented. If you are starting a partnership firm for service, for providing services to the public, then it is not coming under the act. So it should be a lawful and legal business, and very importantly it should be a profit oriented business. So it can be formed very strictly following only the guidelines that is listed under the Indian Partnership Act of 1932. Then we have this liability. The partners of the firm have unlimited liability. Yes, the personal assets of the partners may be used for repaying the debts in case business assets are insufficient. And the partners are jointly and individually liable for the payment of debts. Yes, all the partners are equally liable for paying the debts. They may be jointly liable or they may be separately liable for their own debts. So, but partners have unlimited liability because each partner's personal property is attached to the business for the payment of debt. So that is why all the partners of the firm are having unlimited liability. Everybody is liable to pay the debt. It can be jointly altogether or it can be separately. Next characteristic or feature is the risk bearing. Yes, the partners bear all the risk equally involved in running the business. They also share the losses of the business in an agreed ratio. Partners also share the profits in the same ratio. So they have in the agreement itself the ratio of profits and losses to be shared, and this is followed throughout. So the partners have to equally bear all the risk of loss. They cannot escape or they cannot avoid the risk of loss. They have to share the risk of loss according to the ratio agreed, plus they also have to share the profits. Of course, profits everybody will be ready to share, but partners may be hesitant or reluctant to share the loss or risk, but that should be shared equally according to the ratio. So partners have to share both the profits as well as losses according to the ratio. So risk bearing, every or each and every partner is equally responsible for bearing the risk of loss in the business. Next one is decision making and control. Yes, all the partners have equal right to take decisions related to business matters. They also have the authority to equally manage and control the business. Thus, all the activities of the business are carried out with the joint efforts of all the partners. Yes, remember this, dear students. Decision making and control lies on every partner. Every partner will have equal right, will have equal authority to share the you can say decision making, to make the right decision regarding any business matters, to manage and control the whole business. Every partner have equal right. They have all the authority. So all the activities of the business are carried out with the joint efforts of all the partners. It is not only one partner that is leading, it is the effort of all the partners together put in decision making and control. Next one is continuity. Yes, this partnership firm doesn't have a very long life because we know the head of the business, the head of the family, who is called as Karta. What happens is the death, retirement, insolvency, or insanity of any partner can bring an end to the business, especially Karta. However, remaining partners can continue the business with a new agreement. Yes, if especially anything happens to Karta, it will continue. But if anything happens to any one of the partners, sometimes the business may wind up. If the partner especially is Karta or an active partner, then business may lead to close down or closure. But however, they can continue. The remaining partners can continue the business with another new agreement. They cannot continue with the same agreement, but they have to again start with the new agreement with the new ratio of sharing the profits and losses. So continuity means it doesn't have a very long life. It has a life up to the agreement of the partners. Next one is the number of partners. So the minimum number of partners needed to start any partnership firm in India is 2, and the maximum number of partners is 50. So minimum you can start the partnership business with 2 members. You can also overcome all the drawbacks and limitations of joint Hindu family, plus you can also overcome all the limitations and drawbacks of sole proprietorship, where you have all the limitations. You can overcome them by adding up one more person or 2 or more people to your business and forming a partnership firm. So minimum you can start your partnership business with 2 members, and it can be maximum up to 50. According to the government law, it can be also extended up to 100, but as for now, it is maximum number is 50. And for banking business, the number of partners required is minimum of 2 again, and maximum is 10. For general and ordinary partnership or general partnership firms, it is minimum 2 and maximum 50, and for banking business it is minimum 2 and maximum 10. Now we have this mutual agencies. So mutual agency means helping one another. They are representing one another. Every partner is responsible for each one's act, and they represent their firm to another, or you can say to the outsiders. So that is what is mutual agency. So every partner is both an agent and a principal. He is an agent of other partners as he represents them. Yes, he is an agent because he has to represent not himself, but he has to represent all the other partners of the firm to the public or to the third party. He is also the principal as he can be bound by the acts of the other partners. Yes, it will also affect him because he is also the principal. He is not only an agent, he is also the principal, because other partners' behavior will also have influence on the other partners, any partner for that matter. So this is what is principal. Principal as he can be bound by the acts of other partners. So whatever behavior or whatever image is represented by other partners is reflected on that one particular partner. So this is all for today's class, dear students. I hope you have understood partnership, the definition and its features. Thank you.